This is a book. Dear God. No, I've already done that joke. This is Dara McCantley's Diary of a Young Naturalist, and, frankly, it rocks. Which, now I think about it, is deeply impressive for a book that's mostly about birds. This written diary of a 15-year-old Dara is to some extent a book about exploring the natural world, the magnificence of birds, the beauty of the seasons. But really, all of that is very much a mask, choice of words intentional there, for a much more telling story about neurodivergence, being a teenager, and caring about the environment. Now, I should preface this up first. This isn't going to be a normal book review, but I guess I don't really know what one of those is for YouTube. Normally they're like 3-hour video essays. Anyway, it's not my vibe really anyway, normal. Or this book's for that matter. And yes, it is a real diary of a 15-year-old. I know that might not sound great. I know my diary at the same age would be nothing but lustful angst, but trust me, it's actually pretty good. The diary follows Dara as he documents his life over the course of the year. On the surface, it's about his fascination with nature, birds, the season, and the wilderness he sees around him in the Irish countryside. Northern Irish? Irish, just Irish. Underneath the mask, and that choice of words is very much done on purpose, it's about much more. Dara writes about growing up neurodivergent, feeling like an outsider, and facing the internal conflict between free-spirited childhoodness and the ever-increasing pressure of adulthood. And it's this window into his own life, the fighting in his own head and the outside world, his questions on why things have to be this way, his joy for his heavily neurodivergent family, his fear for friendships, and his overwhelming love to just skip that makes me love this book. I recommend The Diary of a Young Naturalist because I too was a neurodivergent teenager. I mean, I guess I still am neurodivergent, but not teenager. You know what I mean. So I am dyslexic. A fact that will become clear if you've ever read one of my YouTube descriptions or this script that I'm currently reading of right now. Holy Lord, it's a mess. So reading Dara's diary didn't just feel like reading someone else's story, it was a real reflection of my own. The part of me that skips through life, literally and figuratively, finding ways to escape from expectations, overthinking what others think, overthinking what others think, overthinking what others think, and overthinking what others think. As I read, I realised my teenage years, while full of wandering, confusion, and sometimes darkness, were also fucking wasted. Like, bros out here fighting Twitter trolls and going to school strikes, and I was just making gossip videos and Clash Royale Let's Plays. And yes, I know that's a lot to do with the environment that you grow up in, the opportunities that there are around you, but come on, teenage me, get it together. There are people out there doing so much more than you ever were. No, I'm joking. You did well, mate. I don't like the idea of a coming-of-age story. The phrase itself suggests a level of plateauing post the age of, 16, 20, 25? After which, are we always the same? So no, it's not a coming-of-age story, it's a coming-of-fight story. The real theme of the book, to me, is the struggle neurodivergent people, autism in Dara's case, feel when transitioning from childhood to adulthood. All of the freedom and embrace you can enjoy as a kid, but sometimes nurtured, sometimes pushed aside, something the book does talk about, is challenged, and what is expected of you shifts in a way that is hard to explain in a YouTube video, never mind 200 pages and 1 year of his real life. But it best can be described as the ability to keep going, not stopping for a second. And this is a feeling many neuronormative people share, but I could say there are some very systemic issues that cause that, but just by saying that word I've branded myself as a bread tuber, and, well, I'm not really ready for that yet. That being said, I'm talking about a book about environmentalism, so I don't think I've got much choice on the matter anymore. Dara's diary also feels like a very strange snapshot of time. Set, I would say, around 2015, but in 2015, it captures the last major wave of grassroots climate actions before just at the beginning of the school strikes movement. It's as if Dara's story parallels not just his own journey, but the environmental movement's journey. A period where there was still that glimmer of hope that the world could change. I'm recording this about 2 weeks after Trump got in. So yeah. Look, hearing Dara fight against skipping was the moment this book hit me square across the face like a truck. Being that age and wanting to skip, and being this age and wanting to skip is the worst. He mentions that, he loved to skip, but his body's too old for it. No, it's not. No, it is not too old. And that really puts the neurodivergent life in perspective, I think, especially at 15. Your mind wants to do these things. So I want to enjoy moving. I want to let my head not think what everyone else is thinking about. I want to just skip down the road home because I don't have to go to work anymore. God. And I know it's wrong. I will be thundering down a street at a few hundred miles an hour, frankly, but I want to. And I'm not stopping anyone. Like, is it wrong? I'm not getting in anyone's way. I'm not going to barge into someone as a... Because I know if I do, it will make 200 interactions for the rest of the day so much more difficult. And every interaction after that. So, would I recommend this book? Yeah, probably.